Storytime with HannahMary presents
What's Mine's Mine by George MacDonald.
As they advanced, they caught sight of a ruin rising above the brow of the descent. The two younger darted across the heather toward it. The two elder continued their walk along the road, gradually descending towards a valley. "I wonder what we shall find round the corner there," said Mercy, the younger of the two. "The same over again, I suppose," answered Christina. "What a rough road it is! I've twice nearly sprained my ankle." "I was thinking of what I saw the other day in somebody's travels, about his interest in every turn of the road, always looking for what was to come next." "Time enough when it comes, in my opinion," rejoined Christina, for she was like any other mirror, quite ready to receive what was thrown upon her, but incapable of originating anything, almost incapable of using anything. As they descended, and the hillside, here covered with bracken and boulders, grew higher and higher above them, the valley in front and on the right gradually opened, here and there showing a glimpse of a small stream that cantered steadily toward the sea, now tumbling over a rock, now sullen in a brown pool. Small and inconvenient for the humblest commerce, this was not merely the best, it was the only shop in the hamlet. There were two persons in it, one before and one behind the counter. The latter was a young woman, the former a man. He was leaning over the counter, whether from weariness, listlessness, or interest in his talk with the girl behind, it would not have been easy in the dim light and deep shadow to say. He seemed quite at home, yet the young woman treated him with a marked though unembarrassed respect. The candle stood to one side of them upon the counter, making a ghastly halo in the damp air, and in the light puff that occasionally came in at the door, casting the shadow of one of a pair of scales, now on this, now on that of the two faces. The young woman was tall and dark, with a large forehead, so much could be seen, but the sweetness of her mouth, the blueness of her eyes, the extreme darkness of her hair were not to be distinguished. The man also was dark. His coat was of some rough brown material, probably dyed and woven in the village, and his kilt of tartan. They were more than well worn, looked even in that poor light a little shabby. On his head was the Highland bonnet called a Glengarry. His profile was remarkable, hardly less than grand, with a certain aquiline expression, although the nose was not Roman. His eyes appeared very dark, but in the daylight were greenish hazel. Usually he talked with the girl in Gaelic, but was now speaking English, a far purer English than that of most English people, though with something of the character of book English as distinguished from conversation English, and a very perceptible accent. "And when was it you heard from Lachlan, Annie?" he asked, after a moment's pause, during which she had been putting things away in a drawer of the counter, not so big as many a kitchen dresser. "Last Thursday it was, sir," answered the girl. "You know we hear every month, sometimes oftener." "Yes, I know that. I hope the dear fellow is well." "He is quite well, and of good hope. He says he will come soon and see us now." "And take you away, Annie?" "Well, sir," returned Annie, after a moment's hesitation, "he does not say so." "If he did not mean it, he would be a rascal, and I should have to kill him. But my life on Lachlan's honesty." "Thank you, sir. He would lay down his for you." "Not if you said to him, 'Don't,' Annie?" "But he would, Macruadh," returned the young woman, almost angrily. "Are you not his chief?" "Ah, that is all over now, my girl. There are no chiefs and no clans any more. The chiefs that need not yet sell their land like Esau for a mess of pottage, and their brothers with it. And the Sassenach who buys it claims rights over them that never grew on the land or were hidden in the cave." Find more stories on Instagram at storytime.with.hannahmary.